From clothing to compassion, Marion Saba makes a difference every day in the community she's called home since 1961. During her career as a buyer in the Saba family Western wear business, she put ladies' fashions in the headlines and on the figures of thousands of Scottsdale residents and visitors. During her more than 50 years of community service, she's helped create important human service infrastructure and organizations that Scottsdale residents and their families have come to rely on in times of need. With an uncanny knack for balancing career, community, and personal life, Marion is deeply committed to her immediate and extended family, as well as to her church, of which she has been a member for over 55 years. Marion Cody grew up in Superior, Arizona. Her family operated a clothing store where she began to help out when she was 8 years old. Following in her parents' footsteps of community involvement, she joined the Campfire Girls and the Rainbow Girls and participated in their service projects. She recalls that after organizing her 6th grade bake sale to raise money for the March of Dimes, someone stole all the proceeds. She served as president of her senior class, was a member of the National Honor Society, was chosen Best Actress for her role in The Importance of Being Earnest. Marion's family drove from Superior to Phoenix every Sunday to attend St. George Antiochian Orthodox Church. It was there that she met her future husband, Richard Saba. She attended Arizona State University for a year and a half with the intention of becoming a fashion buyer in New York, but left college to marry her longtime sweetheart, Richard. She turned her talents to buying ladies' fashions for the Saba stores, first for the downtown Scottsdale store at Brown and Main, then for the entire chain. She developed merchandising ideas that brought the ladies' fashion department to the forefront. Marion organized and commentated numerous fashion shows and was featured in Saba's ads, sometimes alone, other times with Richard and their 3 children, Kimberly, Richard Jr., and Scott. She and Richard got the stores involved in many civic and charitable events through their ever-increasing dedication to community service. One of Marion's first forays into community service was a fun one, serving as Parada del Sol dance chair for the Lazy Jays, the Scottsdale JC's wives group. She also organized a big fashion show for the National JC's convention held in Phoenix in the 1960s. In 1974, she became a charter member of Las Madrinas, the Godmothers, an organization formed to raise money for the then-new Scottsdale Foundation for the Handicapped. After attending a presentation about the foundation, she was very touched by the lifelong needs of adults with developmental and physical disabilities, and has since dedicated countless hours to raising money and awareness for the foundation and its important role in Scottsdale. For more than 30 years, she served the foundation known as STARS, or Scottsdale Training and Rehabilitative Services, in a myriad of ways. Always with a benefit to Las Madrinas and the foundation as a purpose, she's worked with the 1977 Bullock's Fashion Square grand opening, the Old Town Merchants Association annual sidewalk sales, rummage sales, bake sales, book sales, the Carousel Horse Show, and other creative fundraisers. For 14 years, she organized and initiated an annual bass tournament benefiting the foundation. Marion has also been involved with Las Madrinas' annual fiesta since the very first one was held on the grounds of the McCormick's Ranch House in 1975. She's been president of both Las Madrinas and the STARS Board of Directors. Raising 3 children in Scottsdale also put Marion in touch with the needs of students and their parents. She served in the Scottsdale School District Citizens for Effective Schools in 1984. The following year, she brought her concerns about the lack of coordinated communications effort to combat the threat of drugs and alcohol in Scottsdale schools to her friend, Mayor Herb Drinkwater. He asked her to meet with Howard Himes to develop a program to work with the city, schools, Camelback Hospital, and other partners. From these planning sessions, the Scottsdale Prevention Institute was conceived with a mission to prevent, intervene, and help families impacted by drug and alcohol problems. She served 2 terms as Scottsdale Prevention Institute president and remains on the SPI board after 20 years of continuous involvement. Marion has been a Sunday school teacher and served her church in many ways, including chair of St. George's 50th anniversary celebration in 1999. At the request of her Archbishop, Marion organized a fundraiser in 1988 for Lebanese war victims in the St. George Hospital in Beirut. Marion was just recently re-elected president of the St. George Parish Council. In order to benefit From her decades of living, working, and raising a family in Scottsdale, many organizations and the city have asked Marion to serve as an advisor or a commission member. She's been on the Scottsdale Leadership Advisory Board since its inception, served on the Scottsdale Historic Society Board, and chaired several of its fundraising events, and served on the Scottsdale Visioning Steering Committee. She served 6 years on the Mayor Council-appointed Scottsdale Human Services Commission, where she was instrumental in creating Scottsdale Cares, the voluntary utility bill donation program that benefits many Scottsdale social service agencies and programs. Marion also served 6 years on the Scottsdale Housing Board and on the Young Women's Initiative Advisory Council. For her lifetime of community service, Marion Saba has been honored with the Hon Kachina 12 Who Care Award, the Scottsdale Leadership Drinkwater Community Leadership Award, the Certificate of Meritorious Service from the Archdiocese of her church, and the Scottsdale Prevention Institute Helping Hands Award. Although a skiing accident 10 years ago prompted her to retire from her career at Saba's, she's never retired from community life. She continues to serve on boards and raises funds for her causes. She also enjoys gardening, cooking, traveling, and her 5 grandchildren. She describes her commitment to Scottsdale, its residents, her church, and her family today, much like she did in a newspaper interview 25 years ago. And I quote, "I've been very blessed in my life, a wonderful family, loyal friends, and good health. I feel a need and an obligation to help individuals who are less fortunate," unquote.